today I wanted to tell you about my Akashic Records certificate. I think it's very important to get to know someone's energy before you take a course with them, so I wanted to introduce myself in video and not just in my pictures and in my words and whatever I'm explaining to you. So I wanted to talk to you about the benefits of taking an Akashic Record certificate. So by now you probably read kind of what they are. They're kind of like the book of life. It's an infinite resource. It's amazing. I love them so much. I get so excited because the records really truly changed my life. And the reason they did this is, first of all, I was already receiving information. I had been working with the energy, opening up to all these things. But once I went into the Akashic Records, it was just like this new level of connection. It felt so real. It felt more objective. It felt quicker. It felt more like, okay, what do I do? Okay, this, that. I started getting more specific answers to things, and it's just such a creation, like a place where you can co-create anything you want. So all my business I've really created through the Akashic Records, and not just because it's spiritual, but I've helped a lot of people with their, like, even their Instagram. They're like, okay, you should post about this, then post about that, do this, do that. Interior design, it's also helped me with that. My husband writes scripts. He writes scripts from his record sometimes. Like, any idea that you want to get, you can get in the records, and if it's aligned with your soul, right? Because everything's aligned with your soul. So one of the benefits is creation. As I said, creating. If you're an artist, if you want to create your website, like a podcast, anything, you will see the energy in the Akashic Records. So that's the first main benefit that I think is already so amazing. The second benefit is, of course, healing past lives, healing ancestral patterns, healing yourself, healing the relationship with other people in your life. I cannot stress how important an Akashic Records healing can be. After having done so many, I have seen the change in people, and most of my clients that have taken this course, specifically like my students who have actually gone themselves in the Akashic Records, they've all felt the energy, they've all felt the healing, and how it has really shifted the relationships in your life. Like understanding where things come from your past lives, so important. We have so many. I used to think past lives weren't like that big of a deal. I was like, it's past life, like why do I care? I honestly thought that. But once I started really seeing what it did and how connected it was to our present lives, I was like, this is the biggest healing that you can get. It's so wild. But like the worst parts of like when I had depression and anxiety when I was younger, it all had to do with a past life, all of it. And sometimes you will understand, like, relationships. I'm like, why do I have that relationship with somebody else? It's because in this life you felt like this. If you felt scared, and it's always so on point that it's still to this day, I'm like freaked out. I'm like, really? How can it be so on point? How can it be so real? And that is what the Akashic Records give you. If you need to create a course, like if you're launching a business, again, I know I said creation, but it's like, okay, what is my course going to be about? The other time I got this thing that I never really did because I've been so busy doing this. But it was like a forgiveness challenge. It was like 5 days of forgiveness, and you'll give them this. They gave me all the instructions. I didn't have to do anything. It is aligned with me and my, soul, but they will let me know what to do. You can ask them literally like anything. What I will say, the records are not that good for future information. So if you're looking to know when you meet the love of your life, when you're going to get married, when you're going to get your dream job, when things are when, the records are not a good time for when, okay? They will, though, lead you for it to happen quicker. They will tell you, you know what, it's going to happen, but first you need to heal this. It's going to happen, but first you need to work on that. It's going to happen, but you haven't been paying attention to this. And I actually tell this to people. I'm like, well, it could be, but before that, you need to love yourself or whatever. And they give them actual, real, tangible advice. So it's not just like, oh, you need to bathe in salt water. No, it's like, okay, like this is what you're gonna do. First, you're going to look at your limiting beliefs about love. Then you'll do this and that. And that's how we heal. That's why, like in the spiritual life coaching program, we go on that and that all over again in every single class. And we go in the records, in all the rooms in the records, because sometimes you will see rooms in the records. And it's just like such an amazing experience. So there's so many benefits. You also get to just travel. Like, it's so cool. It's kind of like, I guess I've never been in drugs, but what I've heard from it is like kind of like going on a trip, because sometimes I will go. The other day I went to this place and it was like a kaleidoscope. I don't know how you say it in English, but I think it's that. And it was just all full of colors and rainbows, and I was like, woo, like this is so fun. And I just laid there and had fun with it. And that's what the records are for. They're about having fun. They're about having support. One of my other students, it's been like 3 months since she went in the records for the first time, and she said to me the other day, she said, I was having a really hard time being at home. I was having a really hard time, and I just remember that you told me that I could go in my records when I was having a hard time, and I felt so supported and loved. It's kind of like having, today I saw one of my guides and I was like, it's so weird to love something that is so out there, like that is not physically here, but you like, oh, you're like, hi guide, I need you, thank you for hugging me, thank you for loving me, thank you for being here for me always. Like that support always. And another good thing that I mentioned as a benefit, which is really funny, is you'll never be bored anymore. So you can be in your car waiting for somebody. The other day I don't know where I went, and I didn't have my phone, which obviously never happens. And I was like, oh, I don't have my phone, I'm so bored. I was like, I'll just go in my records and entertain myself there. So I went in my records and I was like, do you have like any advice? Like, what do you want to say? And I don't even remember, but they were talking to me about, something I was asking. So it's just like the possibilities are endless, and healing people, seeing people through the lens of the Akashic Records it's just such a wonderful healing experience too. Like if you're having a hard time with somebody, or you're not, it just helps you with everything, your relationships, your work, just everything. It will literally change your life. And I know this because it changed my life, and it changed the life of my students. So in this course I teach a passcode. It's called the Love and Light passcode, and I received this right before Corona. I don't like to say that word, but I received this right before that. And it's been really, really fun. It's been really very new, but very intense. And I've been teaching it. My students have been fully using it with their clients. Yeah, and it's been really fast how it's been expanding so much since it started. So I can't wait to teach it to you. And I promise to do all in my power so that you have the best connection. So I can't guarantee that you will be able to see, hear, and listen, and all those things. We all receive information in different ways. I will say I had, from my 2 groups, everybody loved it. It was amazing for everybody. One of them told me like the day before she was feeling like she was gonna do ayahuasca. Like it was really intense, like because it's an intense energy. The Akashic Records are no like cool normal meditation. No, this is like next level stuff. So but there's nothing to be scared of, because there's such a high vibrational loving space. I would never, like, I don't know, I don't say never, but I most likely won't do ayahuasca anytime soon because I'm really scared of that. And the records have always felt like a really safe space to where I can control my experiences, and you're always so safe in the records. It's just the safest place you can go, even more than just doing regular healings on earth, like they call it. So anyways, I have so much to say. I could teach you the class right now because I get so excited. But I hope you can join me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Oh, I know what I was saying. So I cut myself off in the middle of that point. But I think I've taught like 35 students in groups now, but more privately it's been like 10 more. And from the 35 students, one only saw little lights, okay? So she saw little lights through the whole thing. And we kept asking, like the whole group, we were like, okay, let's ask, why is this happening? And they kept telling her that that's what the energy that she needs to connect to, which seems different from the usual guides that you will see. So I'm telling you, like, this is the worst experience that somebody had. They were just seeing lights. And then she joined my Be Your Own Psychic program. First day, she was able to see her guides and everything. And then we got confirmation that this was really what she needed from the records. And she felt the energy. She's actually taking it again now because she loved it so much. So that's like, I could give you all the most amazing testimonials of it, how it has changed people's lives. It's like really life-changing for everybody. It will take you to the next level for sure, for sure. But like worst case scenario, you will connect, you will feel the energy, and you will do the exercises, and you will start developing it. So I invite you. I don't want to go over a lot more, but please, please, please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.